Some of the headlines you're waking up to this morning: Super Bowl 59 ended with the Philly Eagles demolishing the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 to deny them winning for an unprecedented third straight year in a row. Second-tier Queen's Park produced one of the biggest upsets in Scottish Cup history as they beat Rangers 1-0 at Ibrox. And in cricket, England were comprehensively beaten again in the second one-day international in Kotak as India clinched the series with a match to spare. Double Ashes winner and talkSPORT commentator Steve Harmison gave his verdict.
Well, it looks good at the end, doesn't it? Yeah. We've managed to get a couple of wickets and make it look closer than it actually was. The scary thing for me is that India are at 75% at the moment. I don't know if England can get much better. The only way they can get better probably is by one of the players getting 100. But India, I think they've still got 25% in the locker.
Harmy's really developed a Yorkshire accent when he's been out there, hasn't he? Because that sounded so much like Darren Gough.
He loves a trip, doesn't he, Harmy? Loves a trip to that.
For more on all the day's biggest stories, head over to our website, talksport.com. Now let's look back at a huge weekend in the FA Cup. Of course, it all started on Friday night. Controversy at Old Trafford. Harry Maguire scored a clearly offside goal, but no VAR until the fifth round. Legendary boss Sam Allardyce was there alongside Sir Alex Ferguson. I'm delighted to say Sam joins us now. Morning, Sam.
Good morning, Sam.
Morning, lads. How are we?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Excellent.
I bet Sir Alex enjoyed that. A winner in Fergie time.
Fergie time, yeah. Even though disputed, it couldn't be changed after no VAR, of course, in the FA Cup this round. So slightly fortunate Man United to get through, but football goes for you sometimes and against you. If it goes for you at the right time, great. When it goes against you, particularly if you're Ruben Amorim, very, very disappointing indeed.
Oh, Sam, you'd have been steaming, wouldn't you, if it was against your team?
I would have been absolutely furious because it was a very, very easy decision for the linesman. It was extremely easy. I mean, it was the only man he could see that was in front of the Leicester defence when the ball was kicked, and he failed to put his flag up. I think that is really, really very bad officiating. And if you can't see that there, I don't know what he can be in the future if he's on the line. I mean, you often wonder whether linesmen and referees will think, well, we'll leave that one just in case and then let VAR decide it. But of course, on this occasion, there was no VAR. And of course, if VAR has been good for anything, it has been good for offsides. And of course, a lot of the other stuff is still speculation in terms of the decision making by the officials at VAR, the referee himself, and then when they watch the cameras, they seem to still get a lot of those wrong, Jeff. In my opinion.
Sam, watching the game and watching Manchester United for a number of years now, I'm baffled when I watch them. I mean, first half, the atmosphere is lively, but players not doing the basics. Leicester were the better team in the first half. Finally, the right change was made with Garnacho. He's their best player, and he comes on, takes players on, Brave gets crosses in, and he changed the game, didn't he?
Absolutely. Rumours of selling him as well, in this window, I think, which is rather... and I think that, they also, for the first time, and I'm not sure anybody noticed this, but he changed to a back four for the very, very first time. When he said that he's going to stick to his system no matter what, he brought Garnacho on and he changed to a back four, which is the first time we've seen a bit of leeway in terms of what he's thinking, which I think for him is a positive thing because I think he's been far too rigid in his system. He's tried all the players in his system in every position. It hasn't worked. So it is, in my opinion, it's time to try a new system, and a back four is obviously a way to go forward, I think, particularly for Man United. Whether he does that now in the next game or not, I don't know. But he's struggling to find his best team. And that is definitely the case when you're watching Man United at the moment.
I tell you what, Sam, when you look at the FA Cup as it is right now, Liverpool are out, Chelsea are out, Arsenal are out. It's a great chance for the likes of Villa or Newcastle or Bournemouth to pick up a major piece of silverware.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I think it's been a thrilling weekend, Jeff, with the FA Cup. I mean, I sat and watched Leyton Orient versus Man City, and I was absolutely thoroughly entertained throughout the whole of the game. The spirit of Leyton Orient, and then obviously the ultimate skill that paid off in the end with Kevin De Bruyne for Man City to win it. But it was to sit down and watch it. It was, I mean, it was one of the most entertaining games I've seen in this season. You know, so yeah, very, very, very good indeed. And I think that the rest of the FA Cup lived up to its expectation this weekend.
No, it was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
No, 100%. Yeah. Sorry, I was just going to ask you, because on my mind about how well David Moyes has done at Everton. You see a lot of the Premier League managers now are foreign managers. How good was it to see a British manager come back in like David Moyes, his experience, and he's not far off keeping them in the Premier League?
Not far at all. I mean, but we all struggle away as British coaches, and I think that opportunities are far less in the Premier League than they've ever been before for us. So we just have to keep fighting. But what you can't knock is experience. Whatever everybody says, new coaches will come through, and believe it or not, I was a new coach once as well, trying to break through. But yeah, it is frustrating for British coaches, because a lot of have got highly qualified but never really mentioned, particularly lower down, who are doing great. They don't seem to get the opportunity to step up anymore. So I think it's great that they keep fighting, and Moisey, and getting an opportunity at Everton, a club which he loves very much, which he spent a huge amount of time last time there, was very successful. Hopefully gets the backing that Everton are going to need to please the fans, to get a team together to try and get up into the European places, of course, and then a new stadium to boot. So it looks like they're going to stay in the Premier League and move into that new stadium next year.
Yeah,
which will be very, very, very exciting.
Yeah, he's done brilliantly since he got there. Liverpool would have looked at this fixture, Everton, in midweek, few weeks ago, and thought, well, there's 3 points for us, but they won't be thinking that now. That's for sure. Sam, brilliant to speak to you.
Top
Thanks,
man,
mate.
Sam. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, lads. All the best.
Cheers, Sam.
Top man.
Got a text here saying, feeling like I'm the only Spurs fan that wants Ange to stay. I don't blame him. I blame the players on the pitch. Not all of them. I definitely exclude Spence and Gray. But the thing, sacking Ange because we're out of 2 cups. But what cups did we win under Poch or anyone else? Which is a fair old point. Jed Spence, by the way, I think he's exempt from all criticism. I think he's been absolutely brilliant for
very,
Spurs.
very, very.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.